Yes. Hello, friends and fellow traders. This is Bernard from Binary Winners Club. This video is very special for you, and I'm doing it free of charge to share with you a technique. But probably you may be assuming that it's profitable, it's not profitable, but I know it is a very effective technique. And make no mistake, this technique is a price action technique. It's one of the few price action techniques that have, stood the test of time. It works if you use it correctly and works very, very well. What am I talking about? I'm talking about divergences. Now, divergences result from the concept of momentum losing or gaining against what an indicator would be able to tell you. You have probably seen this on the internet that you can measure divergence when price is going one direction and the momentum indicator is going the other direction. Okay? And so I want us to leverage on this so that you should be able to use this as an independent trading solution or as a filter to your price action techniques. Look at this. For example, I just want to add, I want to start from this empty chart, for example. On this empty chart, I can be able to draw support and resistance, but for the time being, just to make the video shorter, I don't want to spend a lot of time drawing support and resistance. You probably have studied about drawing these levels. What I want to do is I want to drop my indicator to be able to give me support and resistance using a fractal concepts. So those are tentative swing highs and swing lows using this particular indicator. What I want to do now is I will zoom the chart a little bit, just leave it there, for example, for now. But my focus for now is I want to add a momentum indicator, RSI. Okay, RSI. I want to add RSI to the chart. For example, I have my own custom indicators that I've created, but I would want to use one that would be able to give me the results for demonstrating this very concept. So I'll drop mine here. That's RSI. Okay. And what I'm trying to talk about is this. When you see price moving down, what is divergence? I want to explain that. When you see price moving down, for example, price is moving down from this level, compare it with another level here, you will come to see that in both cases, the lows are lower for the price itself and the lows are lower on the indicator. This is normal. This is what we expect in a regular market. That if prices are making lower lows, the indicator is also making lower lows. Now, divergence would mean price is making lower lows, the indicator is making higher lows. Or price is making higher highs, but the indicator is making lower highs. Okay, so let's get to the indicator, what I want to use to demonstrate this concept, this particular chart, and it should be able to explain to us what divergence is in a better way. Let's look at this example here. Okay, on my chart I have Bollinger Bands, for example. It's just normal Bollinger Band. I think it's set to 10, period 10. Okay, standard deviation of 2. These are round numbers, as you can see here, round numbers, 0 zeros. Okay, and my RSI indicator down here, which I've custom made to signal divergences at extreme areas. Now, this is not ordinary divergence. This is divergence at extreme levels. Divergence only when RSI is at the extreme end, below 25, and when it's above 75. Okay. And then there are 3 things you need to check, actually, or 4. Remember, Bollinger Bands provide dynamic support and resistance. Okay, so the lower level would indicate dynamic support. The red line indicates dynamic resistance. Now, I've added another level of support, round numbers. You know, round numbers also work as support and resistance. Then I'm adding divergence. So there, and then a price action signal. You have to look at the candlesticks. With those 4 things, I can tell you 80% win rate is something you can make from this system or more. Okay, so let's dive in and see how we can leverage on the power of divergence to generate accurate signals. right? Are you ready for that? Hey. So we proceed, okay? Now, in this case, price is moving from a resistance level here, the round number. As you see it moving down, a little bit of a pullback. So let me do some little bit of drawing here. Price is moving down here, okay? Pulls back a little bit, proceeds down to where it breaks the lower band of the Bollinger Band. By the way, it's Bollinger Band, so I've just disabled the middle line. Don't worry, I've disabled the middle line, so it's still Bollinger Band. Now, what we see is price touches the round number, case number 1 here, okay? Price touches the round number, and what we see is it rejects that round number first. The first time it does that, it rejects the round number here. Touches, rejects, okay? Then our indicator down here generates a divergence signal on this candle, okay? What happens is, because you have to confirm on a closed candle, you would notice that this arrow will appear when this candle is forming. And the moment this candle, after the arrow completes, this arrow will never disappear from the chart, okay? Now, what do you notice has happened here on the chart? So friends, follow closely. Let me use a different color for arrows so that we are able to, move together. I think blue is doing well, okay? So for now, let me delete this. Price was moving from resistance, pulled back a little bit, proceeded to support level. Now, it is breaking 2 support levels. First, Bollinger Band, dynamic support and resistance. Second, is attempting to break a round number. Are we there? So price is here. My signal is generated here. My indicator generates what? A divergence. Now you will be asking, what is divergence? That's what I wanted to explain now here. Look at what's happening, the line here. From this line here to this line here, what do you notice happening? Price is moving down. My indicator is moving up. Okay? The momentum indicator is saying momentum is beginning to build to the upside. Bullish momentum. But price is making bearish momentum. That's divergence. They are not in agreement. Okay? Later on, I'll be able to add another filter here called volume, which will be able to tell you that when volume diverges from price, that's a very good filter too. So, but for now, price is making lower lows. Yes. The indicator is making higher lows instead. Now, we are at support level of the Bollinger Band and at around the number. Okay? So, let me show you how to pick a signal now. So, at this point, when the arrow is printed, this candle, you leave the next candle to complete forming. And when the next candle completes forming, this one here, the candle here, this is the candle I'm talking about. When it completes forming, then it means that divergence is confirmed, because divergence can keep on building, okay? It can keep on building, and we just don't want that. We want confirmed. But now look at the confirmation stage. What do we have? A price action signal do we have there? This is the confirmation area. We have a morning star pattern. A morning star pattern. That tells you the market intends to move up. And so if you were to do 3 candles, 6 candles, expiry, that will be an ITM signal. Let me explain using another example, guys. I want you to understand this. So let's move on. And you can do this on your own. You don't have to use my indicator. This is RSI 5. I'm using RSI 5, okay? Level 25 and level 75. Now, this is another setup. Look at what's happening on this chart. Now, on this chart, my indicator starts signaling divergence from there, where it begins drawing that line. It still gives me a signal here. But look at where I am. I am between resistance and support. So I will still wait until price comes to support. Then I'll pick a signal. Luckily enough, before I did that, another divergence formed from here to here. Now, I'm still explaining divergence for the sake of many of us. The first case of divergence, as you can see, the lines are drawn here, all right? And the indicator is drawing this way. What do you notice? Price is making lower lows. The indicator is almost flat, meaning they are not agreeing. Divergence means disagreement between price and an indicator, because a momentum indicator is supposed to follow price. Okay, now look at the second case. Price is making lower lows, the indicator is making higher lows now, which is even better now. So what do? We wait for price to come to the support level, break the Bollinger Band, and come to support. So here, Bollinger Band is broken, case number 1, right? Then I want it to try to break support, the round number here, okay? So it doesn't do on this candle, that's not happening. On this one, that's not happening. By the way, this signal is formed right here, okay? That's why the signal is confirmed. This arrow will appear, but it will remain non-repainting after the next candle has completed. It's not on the same arrow, but after the candle. Now, a better signal would be you wait for price to break the support level again. Now, this happens here. Break support level. And still, you can manually note that price was still moving lower, but the indicator is still moving higher. They are still diverging. You could pick your signal right from that point, from this candle. Okay, but because divergence indicates price intends to change direction in the near future, how would you trade this signal? Look at it. This one. Sorry, this one. Again, a morning star. This is a morning star. Right, forming right on the double support level by the Bollinger Band and by a round number. You pick a signal, I believe, for 6 candles. 6 candles here. 5 candles, 3 candles will not do very well because this candle is huge away from support. What I would also recommend as a possible way of getting a safer entry is immediately your signal is confirmed, wait for another candle to retrace down to the support level, and then you pick it from there. So you would pick it from this candle. First candle goes down, second up, you would win your trade here. If you took for 6 candles, you would win your trade up here. Okay? So that is how you trade divergence at support level. So let's see whether we can pick an example at a resistance level. Okay, a resistance level. That's a put. Is a call. A put is here. Very good. A good example again. Now look here, friends. You spot, number 1, you spot that price is making higher highs. Sprinting, it's going higher. But what's happening on the indicator? The indicator is going lower. All right? Now, even without using my arrows, my custom-made arrows, you'll be able to spot that price is making higher highs, but making lower lows on the momentum indicator. Okay? So how do you pick a signal? So the moment you spot that, for example, I'll use my indicator here now. My indicator is only spotting these levels when price is above 75 and when it's below 25. So it makes my work easier. I like automating my strategies. So you look at that level when the signal was printed. Okay, those are the candles involved. Already price was attempting to higher, the indicator is going lower. But don't pick the signal yet until you go to where resistance is. These are puts. So I'll still wait several candles. Price finally attempts to break resistance. Always that's your entry. Price attempts to break resistance. And you look for what? A signal. You look for a signal that will tell you. What kind of candle is this? What kind of candle is this? A doji with a very long wick rejecting resistance. And that would give you an entry on the next candle. For 3 candles, for 6 candles, guys, that would be very good. It doesn't have to work always. No strategy works 100% of the time. There are cases where you will lose no matter what you do. Here is another very good example on how to trade divergence. Let me show you. Here, at resistance again. This example will be our final example. So, price, as per my indicator, from here, price is making higher highs using that line. Follow that pink line or magenta line. But price is making lower lows on the bottom here. My RSI is making lower lows, but my price is actually making higher highs. Signal number 1. Now, I know the indicator will still print. At this point, it will give you a signal, an alert that, hey, there's divergence. So what do? I wait for price to try to break resistance. All right? So at this point, it has already broken. So remember, I said this arrow is now repainting immediately after the second candle confirms. So the second candle confirms here. But what I want is price to break support or resistance. Okay. So I would wait for price to go and attempt. So look at that. Price is attempting to break resistance, Bollinger Bands in this case. It's attempting to break the Bollinger Band. Okay. And then the next candle prints. What does that tell you? This is dark cloud cover. Dark cloud cover. Dark cloud cover is also like, is this like a dark cloud cover would look like this. Let me see if I can draw it. If you look at that signal, if you look at that signal, that is the same as this. You look at that signal, that would be something like this. If you combine these two, this and this, you would realize it's a pin bar. What does a pin bar tell you? This kind of pin bar is a bearish pin bar happening at resistance. It tells you the market intends to move lower. And so from that point of the formation of the dark cloud cover, you would enter your trade, right from the next candle. For 3 candles, for 6 candles, you see, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, your trade expires ITM. All right. So just let's scroll and identify setups. Okay. That I've given you enough examples for now. Even here, you would still wait for price to break. You see, you have a signal here. Let me give you just another example. Your signal here, but price has not broken resistance, has not formed a pattern you would want to use until it breaks resistance and the Bollinger Band and it gives you a pattern like here. Okay, you don't just enter trade. Here is another case. You spot divergence forming here, but we are in between resistance and support. You wait until price breaks below support, your round number, and breaks the Bollinger Band, and then gives you a signal. In this case, I would wait. This candle is what? An inverted hammer, right? At support. Or this one. That still gives you a signal to go up. So you don't just immediately trade, divergence. You wait for a price action signal. That's what I'm showing you guys. Okay. A last one, I believe, just scrolling the chart. Maybe it may work, it may not work. So in this case, you still support spot divergence. By the time the arrow is being given, you are here. Okay. And this is the confirmation. But you see now we are outside. We are outside the bands. Okay. You got your divergence confirmed here. The signal is here. This is a case where you would lose. Yes. It's a case where you would lose. Because even these 2 lower wicks told you that you were supposed to go up. The next candle for 3 minutes is a case where you would lose. Actually, for 30 minutes, you would win. 15 minutes, you would lose. Okay? And that's why I think I've indicated from before that after you confirm your after you confirm your divergence, wait for a candle to move down to your level. So in this case, this is the next candle that moved down. This way you would have secured a 15-minute win. Okay. So guys, it is a powerful strategy. I will tell you, it's a powerful strategy, and I can still make other videos on the same if I get enough interest. So if you believe you've seen something that is useful here that you would want me to explain further on how it works, divergence is powerful. It's a price action technique, and I've tried to make it easier for you by adding automatic support and resistance, round numbers, and the Bollinger Bands. We all know these things work as support and resistance. I've also added a popular indicator here, RSI. If you need it, come to my Telegram channel. I'll be able to share it with you, or Telegram group. Just talk to me. I'll be able to send it to you for free. There's no big deal about it. Okay. So that's the case. It's a different pair. You see how strong that is? Your signal is forming after breaking your level. Then you have an evening star. You're moving down. Okay. This one forms here. Has not broken my level. I'll still wait for it to go and break my level. So attempted to break the level. We have this confirmation here with this time around we have a dark cloud cover again, not a perfect one, but still that will give you an entry for your trade. So sometimes they happen at exactly the level, like here. This is another perfect case. you had divergence signaled in advance. You wait for price to break the level or attempt to break another price action signal engulfing pattern. As you can see, price just moved down immediately. So guys, comment below the video. Tell me what kind of videos you'd like me to give you later on. Do you want more of divergence? Do you want me to do some additional videos on price action like support and resistance, the use of rounding numbers, the use of indicators as additional filters to your price action signals? Just let me know what you like, and also tell me what you liked about this video. Okay, we are not perfect. We try to share the best knowledge we have so far. So enjoy this, watch it, share it, like it, remain subscribed, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.